Hey guys, I'm that boy. Today let's talk about the mainstream media of people eating copious amount of food for a living, which is mukbang. Before I continue, let me introduce my close buddy here, Chi Hao. He's gonna join us today to discuss about this mainstream media.
What's up guys, I'm Chihao and let's discuss this as as deep as possible.
Whoa, slow down man, we are just getting started. Without further ado, let us begin. So, mukbang trend started in South Korea in 2010 with a random person accidentally discovering that eating a large amount of food in front of camera is a thing, and suddenly, BAM! Everybody decided to do the same thing, and it contributes a lot to be the part of a culture not only in South Korea but to the whole wide world. Mukbang's popularity gained the attention of the West and East, and pretty much everybody conforms to this new trend as a norm because we are all cultural and we tend to share them often to give everybody in the world an opportunity to learn about our cultures as a gesture of friendliness. Food. It really gets us all together. How sweet is that to learn and understand multiple cuisines?
Boy, I think you're referring to foodies. I doubt I learned much about mukbangs because all I see is just practically a guy or a girl eat large amounts of food, spoiling their health for views and money, man.
There is a difference between them?
Yeah, man. How can you say mukbang and foodie culture are the same thing? It's totally different. One thing for sure, I can say mukbang purpose is mostly for craving satisfaction. You get that when you watch what they eat in front of the camera. Foodie culture mostly involves traveling around the world and enjoying things of what various cultures have to offer. I would say you learn more about their food and cuisines while traveling. You gotta travel more often, man.
Yeah, my bad. Thanks for the info, man. Almost slipped off my mind. Anyway, mukbang as we know it has changed significantly throughout the years, and I couldn't agree more when you mentioned about binge eating spoiling health. I gotta say that mukbang content had probably deviated from its original purpose to its own genre, as it could have been a medium to share what different cultures eat.
Maybe, but all I see is video of large amount of food consisting of junk food rich in oil, fats, sugar, and pretty much most of them from mukbang. I barely get to know what is truly healthy food from the playlist related to mukbang.
Yeah man, as we analyze from mukbang content, I agree that majority of them do not promote healthy eating habits and diet. Mukbang content nowadays contains multiple junk foods that can potentially harm the person's health. One of the reasons in exploring mukbang is falling to become morbidly obese. Okay, seriously though, morbid obesity is not a joke. I repeat, it's not a joke. It's certainly health concerning as morbid obesity links to a higher chance of getting heart diseases, cancer, and malnutrition. This gets dangerous especially if the individual is binge eating them every single day, and it's gonna only make it complicated for them to recover.
Not to mention that it may contribute to early death if the individual is not careful. What I find dangerous is how this content gets promoted. If you compare between the rules and regulation of YouTube here, they ban any content related to alcoholic drinks out of fear and concerns promoting self-harm, but what about mukbang? Mukbang content itself also harms health, so why the double standard though?
I agree, and to see mukbang creators to eat their way like this made me feel so sad that this type of content is being considered okay for the society. No doubt that it generates profit, that some individual thought that it's fine to spoil their health as long as they get views. Take Nikocado Avocado for example. He went from a fun-loving guy who was formerly a vegan mukbanger to a straight-up toxic morbidly obese man. Aside from his controversial stuff, his mental health and actions are clear signs of self-harming, which resonates to a few other famous mukbangers if you analyze them closely.
This type of content can be harmful for kids to watch, as mukbang is also popular towards kids. This will only discourage them from eating healthily and will only add the numbers to growing obesity rate throughout the world. We definitely want a healthy future for them to live longer and end the pandemic of preventable disease like diabetes, heart attack, kidney failure, high cholesterol, and many more. It's unfortunate to see that children is the victim of this type of content for profit, which, to be frank, I find it unethical.
I forgot to add that being skinny mukbanger doesn't mean you are healthy. They too are likely to suffer the similar health effects much like their obese counterpart. They either stage themselves by starving themselves and eat a large amount of food, or vomiting them out, potentially at risk of malnutrition, especially if they eat poor diet of food. Exercising purpose itself is defeated as unbalanced diet rich in oil, fats, sugar and salt are likely to affect your body inside out rather than helping you staying healthy.
Mukbang also in a way promotes food wastage. You see, you guys also know that with the large amount of food, we can actually either use the food to feed many unfortunate people with hungry mouths out there, instead of harming yourself for the sake of profit. This is a weird century we live in, boy. I really can't believe we are not looking at bigger problems here from the content which society itself failed to accomplish the goal of healthy future because of greed.
That's sadly true how I feel here. Even animal cruelty in mukbang was openly shown in public in one of the popular South Korean mukbangers, Susoyoung. The torture that poor animals had to go through with her faking a scared reaction of poor animals and killing them in front of camera just showed how mukbang content being commoditized as entertainment for the audience. It's just cruel to see that people don't see how mukbang contents are not detrimental to the audiences.
Yeah, to me I think there needs to be a regulations for mukbang with all the things we analyze. It's just not fair to objectify alcoholic drinks as the scapegoat as mukbang itself are already detrimental to health of the individual and its dark side of animal cruelty. There needs to be a stricter regulations in order to ensure that young children will not be affected by this type of content.
I hear age appropriation then. If not, we can still resort to banning mukbang content, specifically towards individuals on camera with mountains of food and type of food they promote. We already had enough junk food ads in this platform though.
Yeah man, for the sake of a healthier future, everyone gotta realize that it's still not too late to change this. We can do this if we all see the root of the problem and solve it.
And I couldn't agree more. Before I end this video is aimed to highlight mukbang and its potential danger to our social media platform, and we hope that anyone watching will do something to help anyone suffering from eating disorders. Always remember that health is always a priority. Anyway, thank you so much for being kind guys to help me to make this video possible, man. Big shout out to Chihao and consider subscribing to his channel Chihao, link down below.
No problem man, happy to help you make it possible and thanks for promoting my channel. Please collaborate with me again. Ciao man.
Alright, that's all for today. I'm that boy. See you when I see ya.